Hey everybody, and welcome to this After Hours Gaming League Sunday showdown between Microsoft and Workday. I am Metal, and joining me is my good friend Immortal Kid.
Hi man, how's it going?
Dude, totally stoked we get to do these games yet again for the After Hours Gaming League.
Yeah, definitely. We saw Microsoft before, man, so I wonder if they're gonna just do the thing they do, just go through it, like, super easy and quick.
I can't believe how easy it is for them with such high-level players, and okay, so we did cast National Instruments and Microsoft, and National Instruments did take that game, and they were the underdog.
Yeah, definitely. So maybe Workday can take it this time too.
We'll have to see. I wasn't able to see any of the ranks of the players before these matches, so we'll just jump right into game one and see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Actually, before that, let's just go ahead and talk about these teams a little bit in the After Hours Gaming League. The After Hours Gaming League is brought to you by Day9 TV, and within that, all of the teams are battling to win money to give to a certain charity. And Workday's is Doctors Without Borders, giving money to different doctors around the world to be able to private nonprofit organization, Doctors Without Borders, founded in 1971, and just give emergency medical assistance to those who need it. And then Microsoft is doing, let me get there, ladies and gentlemen.
Their page.
That page. Microsoft is doing against malaria, just a malaria charity. So it's still a disease that affects parts of the world that don't have
vaccinations, I believe, or proper care.
That
sounds very Bill Gates.
Very Bill Gates. Okay.
Yeah, I think he talks a lot about the cure for malaria and always helping. Mostly, I think it's the Africa continent because they don't have as many resources invested into medical, stuff.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump into game number one here on Overgrowth. And let me turn down that music. And we're back. Spawning in the bottom left-hand position, representing Workday, we have that orange Terran. His name is Supreme.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the blue Terran, representing Microsoft. It's Tokaplan.
We've seen Tokaplan play before.
Yeah, we have. It's interesting that they aren't using the purple and teal. Is it because it's a new season, or why are they orange and blue?
So these were replays sent to me from last week, and these were just the colors they went to. So I definitely accommodated with just checking out the replays first, because I have red and blue already set up, but orange and blue is one I had to prepare for.
Oh, orange, they choose? Oh, is it, if it's live, they have to do teal and purple, right? But replays, they can do whatever?
Yep.
That's cool. Awesome. At least they chose, neutral colors, not, light blue and blue. Because then you can't say, and here we have the blue player, right? Because then it's well, which one, man?
So true. We are seeing two distinct differences in each other's builds. I love TVT. It's probably my favorite matchup. Actually, it is my favorite matchup. We have Tokaplan from Microsoft going for that kind of standard early gas from Terran. Gonna jump right into getting his factory as soon as he can, or get that Reaper out, or jump right in the factory as soon as he's able to. But we're seeing Supreme go for his gas a little bit later, so he's gonna focus on a barracks expand.
Yeah, that does definitely seem like what he's gonna do. I normally go barracks at 12 and then gas. I don't do gas first yet. Just because it's not very important to me to have the factory 5 seconds earlier. We are seeing a Marine from Orange in the command center. Orbital command coming up now.
And I mean, in TVT, you don't get an early gas, or is that just your standard build when you do any
yeah, just 12-12 Reaper. Then if I see that they're not making the Reaper, and I can just make another Reaper, I'll do it. If not, if they have a Reaper, I'll go for the factory.
It's pretty on that second gas kind of early.
Probably to catch up, so we can build the factory and the starport faster. We do have Tokaplan went for the factory first, not getting that Reaper. Seems like he doesn't really have to on this map, just because well, there's not that much space to enter the base.
And that factory is coming down from Supreme and not going for that CC on the bottom ground, but I mean honestly he did scout his opponent, saw the early gas, and is expecting like a 1-1-1, or because that is the starport, a 1-1-1, just some early aggression that he should be careful of.
It looks like he's expecting a Reaper at the moment from the way he's placed his Marines over here on the bottom left of the map, just waiting for the jump and then to hit him up. And Tokaplan's just expecting something to come from the front based on his Marine positioning. He does have the supply depot that can see almost everything. It's going to be super safe if a Reaper were to come in.
I do love TVT, and I love how they're both kind of opening with a little bit of aggression, a little bit of tech, just trying to inflict some damage or try to really get that upper hand before expanding, or have something to expand behind.
Yeah, I think Tokaplan is going to go with the 6 Marines, 2 Hellions drop, or he might even do the 6 Marines in the back and then the Hellions at the front. He doesn't have the reactor, so I think it's just going to be all in the medevac. Meanwhile, a tank up for Supreme, getting a Viking out, probably to defend against Banshees.
And that's a really safe opening. Just having a tank to cover some very crucial areas in which can be harassed, and then having a Viking around to sway away Banshees, or even, if lucky enough, catch a dropship.
Yeah, definitely. Tokaplan is moving out with his dropship with the 2 Marines in it. Supreme does have the tower, so he's going to see both the dropship and the Hellions, and the Hellions do not go and kill the SCV. I guess he doesn't know he's there. Or maybe he does. Does he notice? No, he's just moving the medevac down.
Just moving it down. But the Viking is out, and it's going to...
Yeah, it's going to poke at this medevac. And if he sees just a tank, his tank should be, I think, closer to his factory. And then he could hit almost everything that comes up the ramp. But meanwhile, the Viking's going to do some nice shenanigans. The medevac does get past, and now it's 4 Marines against 4 Marines.
And a Viking that has landed.
Yeah, the Viking does have to land. And here come the Hellions, and they're not going to get anything done over here. This depot's not going to follow.
Oh, but he lowers them.
I think he wants him to come in. Oh, he doesn't. He was trying to bait him to come in. Supreme, very good micro, moving that 1 Marine back to his, closer to his tank. And now the medevac is going to come out, and that Marine's going to be healed.
Tokaplan did put down his natural, or actually is putting it down right now. Behind that little bit of aggression, putting on add-ons and changing the stuff around, and definitely moving into Tank Marine.
Yeah, Supreme also is going to do Tank Marine. He only has 1 barracks right now. He's going to move with 3 tanks and 2 Vikings, which is kind of pretty scary because there's only 1 Viking for Tokaplan at the moment.
No, this is a nice little push to follow up this counter.
Yeah, 3 tanks, man. He can completely just section him off in his natural. He just has to park the tanks over on the left side and then be very active with his Viking and just poke out the other Viking. A Hellion is left behind, and another tank is kind of carried in the dropship. I wonder what he's going to do with it.
I think he really should have killed... Yeah, good, he killed it, because that could be annoying if you're trying to put down a natural expansion. And
there we go, the Marines are going to move in, get hit by the tank. He doesn't... There we go, takes 3 Marines out, and now this Viking is going to go and get repaired, so Tokaplan knows he's got to get more Vikings out right now. 2 versus 1 is never a favorable encounter, and there comes the second Viking. And now Tokaplan can control the air pretty effectively.
Yeah, these Vikings are definitely going to go down. But a nice little way of just getting Tokaplan to not get his natural expansion as quickly, because I mean, right now Supreme is getting his finished right now, so they're both sort of on even footing. We are seeing Supreme go up in the.
Yeah, Supreme's gonna set up over here on the back of the map with 3 Marines and this tank, and that's gonna be super annoying for these Marines moving up. Tokaplan very well microing one of his Marines. He sends the Marine first to take the tank shot, but he cancels stim.
He did cancel stim. That's going to be completely terrible. If there's if Supreme's going to move along with his momentum, I mean, he would definitely was able to get stim before. Is his stim coming in right now? Yes, it's halfway done. Ooh.
And Supreme knows he's done probably enough damage. Resetting your stim is pretty big. So he's just going to move out, not lose those 2 tanks, keep up his advantage, and Tokaplan does move out. Throws down a scan just to check out, like, alright, how far behind am I? Does he actually have a natural, or did I not lose that much? So.
No, but I mean, this natural expansion already has a lot of SCVs on it, as well as mules, and it's pretty well fortified. He's going to get his 3rd and 4th gas here pretty soon. And just to look at the units lost tab, or the amount of, Supreme has lost more in that engagement, losing 2 Vikings, his medevac, a tank, and 10 Marines, which is whatever, but definitely behind in that respect.
Yeah, but that loss is going to give him an advantage for a while. Having Stim, even if Stim started right now, Tokaplan is still going to be behind on Stim for about 2 minutes. There's that small 2-minute window where Supreme can just move in with 8 Marines, stim him into the middle of the map or into the main base, and take a lot of SCVs out.
I definitely feel he didn't have to lose that medevac, and he didn't have to lose like one of those Vikings. Well, no, he lost both the Vikings when he was kind of pushing with that.
Yeah.
But he just left his medevac right there. It was kind of sloppy.
Oh, I didn't notice that. And Tokaplan is going to move out into the middle of the map. Probably, yeah, to take the towers. That SCV is finally going to get punished. After chilling on the tower for a while.
Well, maybe Workday's going to be really clutch and pull it right when he sees those blue Marines coming in his vision.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm like looking at his SCV.
No, it's yeah, that little SCV that could. But
and Supreme moving a Marine to his 3rd phase. Maybe he wants to take this super early right now.
Yeah, he's looking around.
Yeah, he's sending Marines around. Tokaplan does have a Marine, like, outside of one of the towers. He still have 2 Marines. Kind of 2 Marines at each tower, so Supreme couldn't come and take this with 2 Marines.
But, I mean, Supreme's, his macro is great. Hold on, I think I have a sneeze. he has a lot of SCVs right now, enough to migrate over to his 3rd, just about.
Yeah, he does. He has 50 SCVs. He's already like kind of oversaturated on his natural, so yeah, it would be a good time to take a 3rd base. Supreme leaving Marines kind of on the path where medevacs would come out, and Tokaplan doing the same thing. Look at his Marine positioning on the left, right.
Really clutch.
Very like well thought out. Maybe they've been in this situation before, and now Supreme's going to move out with some Marines, moves the Stim, and Tokaplan just about to get Stim, and the only reason why Supreme won that one was because he had Stim.
Wow.
It makes that, like, that little bit of a difference. Tokaplan moves out with 2 medevacs on the left side of the map. He knows that Supreme's moving out, and probably not enough left behind. There are 2 turrets, but I don't think they'll take down both medevacs quickly enough.
No, this is going to really catch Supreme off guard right now.
Oh, Tokaplan moves away!
I mean, he got to half health, though. I mean, they probably would have died.
Yeah, they probably would have died while they're unloading. Very good positioning there, so it doesn't deter him immediately. Here comes the medevacs again.
Dropping as fast as he can, losing quite a few
6 Marines, and now there's like a tank out here. Supreme very well defended. Kind of overreacts a bit. Moves all his army to deal with this. Probably he just had everything on one control group.
Or he hit F2.
Yeah, that's true. I have F2 on bound.
No, mine's F5, I think, because that's the freak out button.
Okay.
Or with Zerg, it's just like, oh, just A move. Once everything pops out of the hatcheries.
I guess with Protoss, you just need F5 attack A move.
Yeah.
Too. Supreme with a large army moving up into the middle of the map, man. Looking very scary. Taking his 3rd off of this too. He does have a Marine over at Microsoft's 3rd, so he's gonna know when he takes that.
No, this is gonna be such an advantage for him if he can just like siege right here, hold this army at bay. But the siege,
the Marines moving up now and barely taken down. Yeah, he just has to contain them for a bit and then try to drop because there's no turrets over on the left side, on the right side of the map for Tokaplan. No Vikings though, or he didn't bring his Vikings, so Tokaplan could just start poking up this medevacs.
guess he's just, well, they're just scanning each other, and he's getting his third up right now. He's turning into a planetary defense, and we will see some missile turrets come up in a second. But yeah, checking out the third real quick to make sure there's nothing over there.
Yeah, so set up.
What?
Here comes Tokaplan with almost everything. And half of the army for Supreme's not here. So
yeah, so it was just a very convenient, very good read. Army positioning out of position.
Yeah. And maybe this tank will survive, but here comes more tanks for Tokaplan. He does have a Marauder there, so the Marauder's going to do good enough damage. And he leaves his Medivacs again.
He's going to try to reset the tank count, but no, he's going to actually pull back. Supreme finding himself with his army out of position, and Tokaplan taking an advantageous position.
Definitely knew that was like the time to come. And now Tokaplan looking pretty scary over here. It's just the tanks are like one more than Supreme's gonna have, and that does kind of make a difference.
I mean, he doesn't really have anything. He doesn't have any tanks down in his natural now. He only has one. I think this is pretty much a death march.
Yeah, I think Tokaplan is probably gonna go in and take this, and he's doing the same thing, just setting up in the corner, jump, and then just move a little bit forward. The Viking does come down, so.
And he's just gonna go right in, and Supreme's not even sieged right now, but he doesn't really need to be. I mean, he should be, but Tokaplan doesn't need to siege.
Yeah, the tank does go down, and Tokaplan is gonna move into the minute. Yeah, he's gonna move behind the mineral line in a little bit. And take out even if he doesn't take out the command center, there's all these SCVs he's going to end up picking out.
Wow.
And his third is set up now, so.
Taking out most and all the tank, and there's a tank just routing outside right now, and it's probably going to get taken out. Yeah, this was a disaster.
If this doesn't end up finishing the game, there's a trail of units just coming in through the middle of the map.
Holy crap. And they're stimming all the way down. Look at these Marines.
Yeah. Tokaplan definitely took advantage of the split army position. And here he comes like trying to do as much damage as he can with these units. And then these other Marines, yeah, like you said.
They're super stimmed, and they're probably going to die, to be honest.
You're going to die to SCVs, but it kind of doesn't matter. Now you have these tanks set up. They're gonna end up hitting almost all these production buildings
as things come out. But yeah, I mean, Supreme on even footing with Tokaplan for sure. I mean, this was a pretty even TVT.
Yeah, it didn't end in the first 7 minutes to 4 Hellions.
Yeah.
Which is always nice. You know, tanks, on siege tanks fighting Marines, they're still pretty good, man.
And just gonna camp out right in that natural expansion, no cares given.
Yeah, which is pretty clever, because even if he wanted to defend his third, he really can't move anything, because these two tanks are like right outside the natural. Supreme does have +3 coming up for him. So.
Where's Tokaplan at?
2-2, not researching 3-3 just yet. He's busy microing. So he's just gonna plant himself over here. Supreme has to rebuild his tech lab on his factory because it got taken out. So he's gonna be contained and can't break this because he doesn't have any tanks. And Tokaplan now taking a 4th behind this.
I mean, Tokaplan's going to move his tanks into a better position to cover part of that ledge and then move his Marines up there.
Yeah, it seems like he has one Marine just to spot, and now he's bringing more Marines over here.
And Supreme's just chilling. He needs to get out some tanks first.
Yeah, he's got to wait for this. And here comes Tokaplan. There you go. He moves up the tanks. Now, even though the Marines are going to come into a funnel, one tank can't take them fast enough.
Not at all. And there goes down one factory, and therefore tank production is going to be mega slow, but doesn't look like it matters right now.
These Marines might be able to hold things to the tank, but there's still more stuff coming in. So Even if Tokaplan just ends up throwing army after army of his own men, he's gonna end up killing him.
It's 40. I mean, it's 51 to 120, and Tokaplan has taken a fourth base and is already mining out of it. His third is very well saturated, not getting his gases, but not needing them at all.
Yeah, definitely. He's gonna. Maybe he'll just wait to max out. No, he's stopped. Oh, he's getting his 3-3 now, so maybe he'll just wait for 3-3. Supreme trying to do some little cheeky play with the dropship and Marine. We just gotta wait for the end to come. Here comes the medevac for Tokaplan behind enemy lines. He might drop on top of this tank. Supreme is repairing one of his tanks because he has to. He doesn't have that much money to produce anymore. He could take a fourth if he like saves 400 minerals. He could take the right side base.
No, he could. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be able to defend it. And that drop was able to... Well, no, yeah. Tokaplan was clutch on getting his SCVs out, but he doesn't care right now. He's going to chase him down and try to kill him. Is he going to focus on the medevac? No.
He's just going to focus on SCVs. So, little battles won here and there, but I don't think it'll win the war for Tokaplan. I mean, for Supreme. Yeah. Spaced out. I clicked on a medevac and then I just read that name. Sending out SCVs to scout.
Classic TVT right here.
Yeah, you just have to wait. You don't really have to kill them. You just have to wait for them to kill themselves on your tanks.
Tokaplan dropping at the third of Supreme, stopping mining and taking out these just out of range of the PF.
Yeah. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, he doesn't have auto attack high tracking range missiles. I think that's the full upgrade name. That does let you your planetary defend behind the mineral line.
Supreme just not wanting to give it up right now. He's definitely still in it.
I guess he's gotta, because his base isn't really dead just yet. He does a planetary, but it won't do much anymore. Not with like Tokaplan's Marine set up behind him. And Supreme's practically maxed out now. He's gonna move in with some Marines just to get the tank. He barely doesn't get it. There we go. He gets it finally.
Whoa! No more tanks for Supreme. This is looking kind of bad. And he has no minerals right now.
Yeah, he can't mine much. He could mine from this right side mineral in his third base. Or he could also long distance mine. He's just waiting it out. See, this is when Terran needs a unit kinda like Swarm Host. Like a little like force supply robot that shoots. Or that sends little robots to attack.
This is to break siege lines.
To break siege lines like this. We should make our own RTS. Oh, Supreme was trying to take a fourth up here, and Tokaplan does see that. I think we should make our own RTS, like free craft, where every race gets free units. So it's whoever pushes buttons faster wins.
The games would be 4 hours long.
There's no cost, so units are free.
That's so funny. Tokaplan Supreme. Oh, it looks like Tokaplan just wants to move right up in there.
Yeah, he's scanning. He knows now what's left. He's got like armies positioned like in the middle of the map just in case something came out. And there we go. He moves a tank up, and now he's gonna slowly push up. He does have 2 extra command centers, and Supreme knows he's done.
Oh, never mind. All P's. So, wow. Well, first of all, both teams were on even footing, and it was just an engagement. That was it. It was just that just your army was just a bit out of position, and that's what happened.
Yep, definitely.
Wow. Do you think there was anything that Supreme could have done during the beginning part of that siege?
Get a second factory. and try to come up back in tanks.
A third factory because he had two
Yeah.
factories.
Oh yeah, get a third. Or just keep producing tanks. He could also do so when he did the drop, like in kind of like in 25 minutes, he should have done that drop a little bit earlier, because then that would have distracted Togoplan. So
Gave him a
it
little
was
bit
kinda-
more time to
yeah.
try to do something.
Yeah, and then maybe try to take the fourth on the right side of the map. So at least he could keep producing in his base, even though he's contained, and then maybe just build barracks on the fourth. Just move all of his production to the right side of the map.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
that was a tough call.
It certainly was. And we will be right back with the After Hours Gaming League.